Holy moly! These are literally some of the best dreads I've ever seen. Started with interlock only for 4 months, going in 5 months. Freeform discovered one Congo since I do separate, which is all good. Okay. Ooh, she's wearing the gator as well. Looking good. What? This is from the light-skinned one. We've seen her on the Reddit Chan before. Join us on Reddit if you haven't already. Gangsta Chris 1, 6 months to 1 year. Okay. So 6 months in, 1 year in. That's some pretty good progress, I must say. Because starting out, when anyone's at this stage, it might feel like you're not getting anywhere. And this is when patience really comes in, between that first 6 months of hair growth. And this is actually going to 1 year, so the locks dropped about 2 inches in a year. Some pretty good length. 9 months washing and going. Dedication from traditional hour. Sick. That's just 9 months. It's got that Marley dread fro happening. It looks like he's been twisting with his fingers a little bit on these locks on the front. But for the most part, these are gonna join up and Congo up and become thicker locks all over. So blessings to your journey, bro. It's gonna be a good one. I'm looking forward to your updates. This is new sister lock clients. These are crazy. It's crazy on sister locks how thin they actually get them. And there's so many. This is like hundreds upon hundreds of locks. It's wild. So these are brand new sister locks. Over time they will thicken up, but essentially they are meant to stay as thin, fine locks. That's crazy. That is wild. They're not freeform. They're interlocked. Very tiny interlocks. They're like micro interlocks. Wash day, usually wear hair up in a pineapple during the wash. Whoa, I love these freeform locks. So much new growth coming in at the bottom. Nice, loose hair. Loving the color change in our locks. Some of these locks are flat. They've got kinks in them. They've Congoed up. They become split tails. Cool. Very impressed with how they've come out so far. Daisy Dementia. 1 year, 6 month freeforms. It's been such a great journey this far and can't wait to see how much further it goes in another 6 months. And she is on YouTube. Crazy. And it's cool to see the difference between a type 1 hair and type 4 hair in terms of the new growth and the frizziness. So her frizziness is a lot more, obviously, because when you have type 1 hair, the frizz gets way looser. I also noticed that the locks are just locking up kind of from the halfway point and not so much on the tips. Everything is still wispy down there. So 1 year, 6 months in. Would have definitely faced a lot of shrinkage at this time as well. And check out this lock down here. It looks like it looks like an octopus or a squid or something. That's so cool, the way that it's looped and bent. Now a lot of people will go to the loctician and have them fix that, and they would stretch it out and crochet it, maybe try and thicken it up, because most people wouldn't think that this is a look that is sought after. And I feel like it's hard to replicate that. You actually couldn't go to the loctician and ask them to replicate this exact lock here. It's impossible. My most recent photo with my hair in full effect, looking sick. This is a pineapple top, freeforms, they've Congoed up, And it's not a full pineapple because he's still got some hair, some locks hanging down in front of his face. It's a pretty unique look. Built-in earmuffs. How do you survive winter with locks in your region? If you have to face winter. A lot of you guys don't, I know that, but we got dumped on with 2 feet of snow today. It's still going on out there. That's why I'm indoors editing. But it's true, when you have locks and you put a hoodie on, they do tend to muff up and warm your ears naturally. Same with when your locks get very long. You can wrap them around your neck as a scarf when you go out, or a face mask. My first time freeforming, I only did them with the top of my head, so I decided to cut them off and start over with a full head. I do miss them though. They look good. They're on the right track. You're not doing nothing wrong. Everything seems alright. Let's keep on growing them. They're coming in super thick. That's crazy. I am Grizz, entering 19 months in my lock journey. Definitely the longest I've ever had any locks. Excited to see how it looks in a year. This is the key to patience, is having something to look forward to. If you can manage to make yourself excited to see how you will look in the next year or so with your locks, it's gonna keep you determined and committed to grow in these locks. So patience really does lay in creating a vision of seeing yourself in the future that you're looking forward to. And these look sick. And in another year, especially if not doing any separation, these will change 100%. They'll completely look a lot different because they will start to Congo up, thicken up, probably get some more blunted tips by then. Holy moly! Coming up to 3 years, 5 months, Freeform Locs. It might be time for me to start a new journey. Why would you say that? These are incredible. Those are insane. These are literally some of the best dreads I've ever seen because they're so unique. Being able to see what nature's force is capable of manifesting just by letting your hair do its own thing. This is 100% neglect method. Just washing, no separation. And it's still the early stages of these locks. Even though it's been 3.5 years, if you were to make it to 7 years and let these things really grow out and lay down, they will be phenomenal. But kudos. And my question to you is, if you start a new journey, what would you do differently? 10 months, wash and go, some oil, not much though. Low maintenance, just water and air dry. That seems to be the only routine that we need. Wash and go, a little bit of oil. The dread fro looking proper. This is identical to how my locks started out. Identical. So if you're wondering how your locks are gonna come out if your hair looks like this, you could take note of my locks and see like just what is possible. Because yeah, my dread fro looked exactly like this. It's wild. 1 year down. So this is the beginning. This is where he's at now. Yeah, it's a good difference. And look at the shape of his locks. They're not perfectly cylindrical or straight. They've got some waviness and some lumpiness to them. 2-year lock transformation. The day he committed. Crazy. What? Yo, those changed quick. Wow. I'm gonna replay that one more time. He started from a high top as well. The curls kept forming out, kept shaving the sides. Curls set in. Yeah, it's true. If you have curly hair like this, the curls will create a defined pattern and lock up. Natural curl patterns do want to stay together, but we're always taught from Eurocentrism to pick it out, to comb it out, to straighten it, Leave those locks to grow in. 3 years, currently freeforming the sides of my hair back out. Oh, crazy. That's some crazy color you put in there. Some green locks on some thick ass, what looks to be kind of like a wick. Some mad frizzy hairs going on because the sides are becoming freeform now. So should be an interesting journey on how these side locks turn out. Yo, it definitely looks unique, my friend. It definitely looks unique. I am digging it. Those are wild and free. 20 months in. 20 months in and they're looking like this. This one is gonna be a gangster wick. Super thick. Never separate this lock here, trust me. 20 months in, almost at 2 years. Keep it up. What? Okay. Beginning stages. Sick. I love the way that fro was turning out. Whoa, we got some color in there now. I have a feeling that these locks are going to be standing on end. Oh, what? They definitely are standing on end. Bart Simpson, yo. Even better than Bart Simpson. Super thick. And they look good in a hair tie as well when they're getting tied back like that. Which is like the half pineapple top updo. Could and eventually become one big dread on top of his head. We know that he's not separating and going 100% freeform. There is a lot of mats going on in the back of his head here as well. Crazy. I wonder if he'll ever go into a separation or stay 100% not separated. The good news about these locks, as sick as they look now, if he ever gets tired of how they look, he could always separate them and have them fall down and have a completely different look at any point during this journey. 7 months of freeforms. Okay. Shout out to Not Nation. Just starting out, man. I love it. Stay dedicated, stay patient. Wondering if this good product for locks. Wonder if this is a good product for locks. Help a brother out. Olive oil conditioning spray. No sulfates, no parabens, 100% pure. If it's true to what it says and it's all organic, this is a great product. You know, less is obviously more. Mix it with some water if anything, but yeah, as long as the ingredients are natural and there's no fragrance, no perfume in there, I would say that's a good selection. On my first set of locks, Groovy J is still looking fire, starting to drop down a bit more now. Loving it. 3.5 years of freeform, going on 4. It's been a journey. Yes! So many more freeformers out there in the world today. I never would imagine that this channel would reach out so far to help people manifest these locks for themselves. I was happy when just 100 people got locks. And even to me, that blows my mind that 100 people watched this channel and decided to grow dreadlocks from it. We're probably way past 100, if not, we're in the thousands now. Because I know that most people that comment on these videos, if not everyone, has locks. So it blows my mind that there's a bunch of dreadheads just hanging out on these YouTube videos in the comment sections. There's no other genre where it's like that. Sick. I love the way that these joined up. The bleach distribution has been done well here. Cool. Got some new forming growth on the front of his head. They're all different lengths as well. It looks like they might have been cut at some point, or maybe he was free-forming from a previous set of locks. Sick. This area always tends to grow a lock thick like that. Not sure why that is. Roots, Natty, Danny Smart, Legendary Locks. As always, the Starfish Dread. Love this Tam. Wow. That is insane. I love the colors on it. We'd be making thick boys look pretty out there too with the multicolored yarn. Might go for yellow next time I change it over. Keeping that yarn fresh. Yarn is a good way to accessorize your locks, 100%. These are getting really lengthy. I'm loving it. The wispy tips at the back look fire as well. 8 years in, bro. Those are insane. Definitely just had a braid out. Don't think these are freeform. They could be interlocks, but I don't know. I could be wrong. But 8 years in, these are definitely 2 chains right here. This is what 2 chains used to look like with his locks. 6 months, no retwist or separation. Okay, let's see this. So it looks like it started with some 2-strand twisting and then into some locks. Gotta click on here actually. Wow, that is quite the transformation from those 2-strand twists. Just to start them out, they were little starter locks and then went completely freeform after that. Looked like it worked quite well. Definitely worked very well. Yo, I'm 14, whose mom wouldn't allow to get freeform dreads at first. Here is months into the process. Okay, I love that. 14 years old, mom said no, but then she warmed up to it. I'm not sure what she said to her kid, but I'm happy that it worked. Sick. Reminds me of Matt Ock's locks. Yeah, those are wicked. That loopiness is starting to happen, so just keep on growing them, man. Stay dedicated. Stay lock-mitted. 14 months in, we got some salt and pepper locks here. 14 months. Loopiness, kinkiness, wispy tips. You know, and the thing is, these will get better as they grow longer as well. Because the longer the hair, the better the locks look. So stay tight. Stay strong throughout this stage, because once they double in length, they're gonna be legendary. You know, most people call this the awkward stage. Keep it going, man. It's the confidence stage. That's what it is. It boosts more confidence there. Little pineapple top, some thinner locks here on a type 1 hair. This is coming from Mento Ordinary, 4 years in at this point. Yeah, they're looking good. Good beard to match it as well. 1 year, 4 months. Oh, snap. Wow. Eli. 1 year and 4 months in. This is off to a great start. Fantastic start. I can't wait for you to get to the 2 year, 4 months in. Because once that length settles in, this is when these locks become like just concreted into our soul. Our identity becomes so much stronger with the length. Keep that going, Eli. Keep that going. 10 months crocheted. Started them and I got like a retwist like 2 months later. I've been just freeforming for the past 8 months. So this is a start with crochet locks, gone into a 1 retwist and then just freeform. So stay with the freeforms now, bro. Please, no more maintenance. They're looking good. Keep it up. And lastly, what? Almost 1 year freeform, legitimate. What is that? Is that sunlight or dye or paint? It's tripping me out. But yeah, 1 year freeform, we can see how they're starting to turn out flat. You're gonna have some nice flats coming in, man. So it's a very rare occasion. Not everyone's locks will do that when they're freeforming. So embrace these. You know, let them Congo up. Let them show their unique flavor. 100%. But that's about it for me. I'm gonna sign off. Thanks for watching this video on subscribers dreads from Reddit submissions. It's not Nation. The OG in dreadlock content. The longest running here on YouTube with the most consistent track record. This is why we joined the nation, because we're holding it down as legendary lockheads since 2010. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
The nation.